Previously on 1D10, the show!
Attention adventure types. Do ye like gold?
Yes.
Have ye skills?
Yes.
Like to see the world and kill in new places?
Oh yeah.
Fancy a bit of fancy?
I don't know what that is.
Rearing to solve a mystery? Find your way to the docks of Lone King's Isle on the eve of the summer solstice.
My name is Skuz. Skuz Filth Bucket.
Say again.
I was gonna say Skuz Huddly Hoodly Wuddly.
It's Skuz Filth Bucket. Us Filth Buckets have helped the Gwyn family for generations. Off with you, sirs, and in the morning we will have plenty of activities to test your worthiness. I very much look forward to it.
As the three of you, so that would be Locke, Roscoe, and Quills, as you walk through the wall,
Whoa, that was weird.
you see these three demons just standing there as if they were waiting for you to arrive.
My lovely sisters and I needed to speak with you.
Yes, darling sisters.
Oh, precious sisters, it looks as if the molehow blood did bring them to us.
So, lovely ladies, tell us where we are.
Why, you are in our home. It is different than your home, yet it is the same as your home. Oh, precious sisters, they do not understand our realm. Whatever shall we do? Oh, darling sisters, do not worry. They shall understand it in time. But, lovely sisters, they shall not understand if that Gwyn is whispering lies in their ear.
And why would we do this for you? Why would we remove Gwyn? I mean, he is offering to pay us.
It's true. He offered us money.
And what are you offering us except to eat us? That's not very, I would rather take the money, personally, but, why do we want to do this for you?
And with that, there is a bright red light. And you are in the room of this lovely elven maiden who got this humongous room all to herself, and she looks aghast at the five of you as a couple of you are brandishing weapons, and you appear out of nowhere, and Roscoe, specifically, your dagger is dripping with some sort of strange blood. So basically we have the strange occurrences at Miles Peak, and that's going to be Quills' group. And then we have on the Foul Plains, there seems to be a dispute among fairies.
That's my group.
And that's Locke's group. And then we have just a missing molehound, and you will have Horace, the carriage driver, going with you there.
A hunting we will go.
Well, looks like it's time to divide and conquer! This week on 1D10, the show!
Alright, so let's go ahead and let's actually start with Miles Peak.
Ooh, go Miles Peak!
So, Quills, this is your group. As you go up this mountain is a little bit higher than you expected, and there is even a little bit of snow up towards the top. And as you follow this map, you see that it is actually guiding you out onto kind of this cliff's edge. And as you look out you see kind of ripples in the air, slowly changing colors.
Any particular colors?
Just every color of the rainbow.
Okay. I'll turn to the group and have any of you ever seen anything like this occurring naturally in nature?
Bashal just shakes his head, and the three dwarves go, "Nope, never seen anything like that before. Nope, never in my life."
All right. Quills looks back at it, and you said it's just floating out. Like, how far away from us?
So it's out from the cliff's edge. It's up maybe 5 feet and out another 5 feet. And it's down, it's basically an 80-foot drop from the cliff.
Gotcha. I will cast Detect Magic and gaze at the floating colors to see if they give off any aura of color or some special properties.
Okay. Detect magic. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the aura that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So, with this, you sense something that you sensed the night before, where there's all sorts of, basically every school of magic is somehow included in that spot. And you do sense the presence of some sort of magical creatures that are involved around it somehow or within it somehow. But once again, there is no illusion.
Okay. Do I know if it's similar enough to the demon realm that we were in?
It feels almost exactly like the demon realm.
Scuzz, the task is just to identify what's going on, or is that to stop it, to report back? What did he want specifically?
To identify, to basically see what's going on. Is all that you were given.
I'll inform the dwarves and the orc of what I know about the many schools of magic that it appears to be emanating, and that I'll tell them that it may be related to another realm of existence.
Another realm? Like some sort of portal or something?
I'm not sure if it's a portal, but it's definitely perhaps a leak.
Well, I think that we have to, try to play around with it a little bit, don't you? Yeah, let's play around with it.
I'll let the dwarves, just out of curiosity, allow them to see what they'll try.
All right, so they go into their packs and they pull out a rope and like a little anchor sort of thing, and they tie it on, and they go up to the very edge of the cliff and they twirl this rope around and they chuck it, and it goes into these colors, but you don't see it going out the other side. And they're like, it's a portal, all right. Yep. So, you want to go in there?
Is the rope taut?
Well, just a second. And they start backing it up and, pulling on it. They're like, looks like it's stuck on something back there. Just one moment. And then they go and they find a tree pretty far back and they tie it on, and then all three of the dwarves kind of motion for Bashal to come over as well as they try to pull on the rope to see what's going to happen. And as they pull on the rope, It is definitely attached to something, as this small red demon creature, looks almost like an owl, is dragged out of this disturbance in the air, as it is holding tightly with its long, creepy arms onto two others and pulling them through. And can I please have you roll for initiative?
Oh, jeez.
All right. So the order is first the demons, and then Quills, then the three dwarves, and then Basha'al. And so this first demon that has its leg caught in this rope is actually going to spend their turn trying to get the rope off of him. And they failed this turn. So the next demon is going to go right up to the dwarves, because they're the ones who hooked his friend. And they are going to slash at the front one, which is Fiji, for 4 damage. And then this other one flies up to Quills and lets out an awful shriek. And can I have you roll a Constitution save, please?
Sure can.
12. Okay. And with this hits you. It does 2 psychological damage, and you will have disadvantage for your next turn.
Okay.
Alright, and Quills, it is now your turn.
These demons, do they look like their icons here? Do they have wings they can fly?
Yep.
I'll, if my leadership abilities were any better, I'd tell everyone, attack! But my charisma sucks, so I'll play it as though I just don't know how to command or lead them in battle. But I will cast Sleep.
Okay, Sleep. So, creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures. Okay, they all have the same hit points right now, but... the spell sends creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. Total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points, starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points. Each creature affected by the spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the creature with the next lowest hit points. Creatures' hit points must be equal to or less than the undead. Undead and creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by this spell.
Basically, I make them all go to sleep. If I roll well enough on my check. So let's do I'll roll now the 5d8. See how many hit points. So 36 hit points.
Good roll.
Yeah, great roll. I think that might get all 3 of them. So I would cast it, obviously, Quills kind of twirling his staff around. This dust spreads out from the wand into the air and creates this sort of cloud that sinks down upon the creatures, sending them into a slumber.
Okay. Alright, so the 5d8 ended up being 36, which definitely puts all 3 of these demons to sleep.
Yeah, woo!
And so now it's... What would you like to do?
I will move it. I will step aside and allow the 3 dwarves and the very burly orc to finish them.
Okay.
Coup de grace.
Coup de gracie.
Okay, and so now it is the three dwarves' turn, and they all move in one motion together to go against one of these sleeping demons. And so they actually all go to the one who's already hooked and caught. They surround it. They pull out some daggers. And they basically just take turns stabbing it what looks like multiple times. And that thing is dead. It's gone. It's out of there. Okay. And then it is Basha'al's turn. He's going to go up to one of these remaining ones. He takes out his giant battle axe, swings it mightily, and misses just to the right of it.
What? Did he roll advantage?
Yes, he did, actually.
What?
It was just bad rolls. It was bad rolls. He rolled an 11 was his higher, and his lower was an 8, so. Alright, and the demons are asleep, so now it is Quill's turn.
Is the portal still open?
The portal is still open.
I'm going to... I'll kind of step a little closer to the cliff edge, and I'll cast a magic missile to try and hit the portal to see if I can actually close it.
Okay.
So there's three magical darts blast out from the wand and circle each other before diving towards the portal.
And you want them all to strike simultaneously, so go ahead and do your 3 rolls. Okay. 6, and then +1 for each dart, so it's 9 total, right?
Yep, 9 total.
Okay. So with that, you cast it, it hits the portal, and you can tell that the portal does not like this extra magical energy, and it starts shaking violently, and then there's a bright light as the 3 demons start to just kind of melt, and then the lights go dim on the portal, and it seems to be gone. Well, that was a bit anticlimactic. Yeah, anticlimactic. Good job. I guess you figured it out. You knew what to do. Good job.
Quills kind of just stands there like, huh, all right. Looks back at the dwarfs and the orcs. Our job here is done. Let's return to town.
Hello there, my lovelies. This is Brady. And this week, I just wanted to say I hope that we didn't catch everybody too off guard with changing up to the Fridays. But it just feels like this is going to end up working better for us overall with our recording schedules, as well as my editing schedule. And so that's what it's going to be moving forward. So you can expect to see episodes every other Friday from this point out. And other than that, I hope that you guys are still enjoying this arc. We've got a lot of great stuff planned. And let's get right back to it. Okay.
Hot potatoes.
All right, now moving to the Foul Plains with Locke and his very odd group of people.
Yeah.
Which is a Silva de Pond, Thelian, and a Silva de Pond is, the kind of haughty, what seems to be necromancer elf. And Thelian is the cat-like woman warrior. And then you have Rawlings, who is the very talkative older gentleman. And so as you have been traveling, Rawlings has been telling you all sorts of stories about places he's been and specifically bars where he has drunk just, some of the greatest ale and the techniques that he believed that they used to get just a proper fermentation on that ale.
Interesting.
And then I believe that this one, I mean, it was an orcish tavern, and you wouldn't think that orcs and ale would really work together very well. I mean, they're more grog folk, you know, but their ale was just something else. It had this body to it that was just absolutely outstanding. But I mean, you can get that as a half elf, right?
Rawlings,
Yes, sir.
I do appreciate all the information and all the wonderful conversation. But if you don't shut up, I'm going to shoot you.
I apologize. I did not mean to inconvenience you in any way.
And the two women are about 10 feet ahead of you walking, just kind of whispering to each other, and you can tell that both of them are not exactly big fans of Locke.
I saunter up to them.
What do you want, young one?
What's the big secret?
Just telling this one about how I would rather hunt. And she agrees that she would rather be, well, anywhere but with you. Except for maybe that little tiny one with a bloody dagger. She doesn't trust him.
Yes, she has stated that. But, I picked all of you because I felt all your skills would be useful in this task. Not to, egg you on in any way, but that I...
Oh, please, we know what your ulterior motive is.
And that would be?
Well, you picked the two women, of course. And you seem to have been flirting with both of us ever since you've arrived.
Well...
And I do not approve.
Well, that's very flattering that you would think so. But no, I just admire your capabilities, hence why I picked you. I could care less if you're a woman or a man.
That's not what you were trying to say when you were trying to get me in your bed last night.
Oh, well, if that's how you interpreted my conversation, that was, maybe that's where your mind was, but not necessarily my end goal.
We are coming up to the clearing now.
Okay.
And you look out and you see just these tiny lights, these green lights and these purple lights just kind of like almost running into each other and just furiously moving extremely quickly at each other.
Oh, I wonder if I'll see my little fairy friend that we ran into earlier.
And so can you do a perception check, please?
Certainly. It would be a 23.
Okay. With the 23, you see that these fairies are in a furious fight. They are, it looks to be at war. They are casting all sorts of spells. You see little fireballs. You see electric, you see lightning. You see ice. You see all of the elements going in between these, and it looks as if it's specifically the green lights that are going against these purple lights.
Okay. Interesting. Let's see if we can, offer a little diplomacy here. Pull out my gun, point it up in the air. Bang!
Doesn't even faze them.
Oh, come on. Loud noise. Alright. Well, I've never dealt with fairies before. Do any of you have any experience?
Well, yes, I have plenty of experience with fairies. You see, I studied fairies for several years, and that was part of my fascination with coming here, because I knew that their kind were especially apt to, well, they garden, you see. The fairy gardens they produce the most wonderful fruits and vegetables, like you have never seen before. They come in all sorts of varieties, and they are larger than...
Rawlings. But
yes.
But what is the best way to communicate with them and get their attention?
Oh, well, by making them an offering, of course.
Of what?
Well, something that they might enjoy that will get their attention.
Alright, well, I'm not a man of many things. Ladies, Any ideas?
I am a lady of very many things. Let me see what I have.
Okay.
And she opens up her pouch, and she looks through it, and she finds 2 diamonds, and she holds up one in each hand. Attention, you folk! Who leads you, and who would like something shiny? And she starts waving the diamonds around, and they're still not responding to her.
Okay. All right. Obviously, they're not interested in shiny or rich things. Maybe we need to, go towards their vanity. I pull my backpack out and kind of shuffle through it and be like, oh, wait, actually, I have something else. I pull out my harmonica, which I actually have in my backpack. Woo! And I start to play an old, ranching tune that I would play to calm down the animals.
Okay, do a performance check.
16.
Okay. For the 16, you start to get a few of their attention. Can you hum us a little bit of what the song sounds like?
Oh, let's see. Put me on the spot of humming. So let's say it's like be a more of a melancholy tune. So it'd be like la da 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 la da 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 da, something like that.
Okay, so specifically, the green ones fly over towards you. The purple ones still seem to be just in this haze of fury and anger and are not paying attention to you. But the green ones float over to you, and then their lights go dim, and you see the fairies underneath. And they are specifically these 6 fairy women. And they look at you a little bit intrigued but confused. And they say, all in unison, "Why do you stop our fight? What is this melody that you bring to us?"
I can counter a question for a question. Why are you fighting in the first place?
These ones are infected.
Infected? With what?
Infected by the demons.
Okay, and how do you... And you're trying to kill them or cure them?
We do not wish to kill our sisters, but if it must be done, it must be done.
So there's no other way to help them?
And you can tell these purple fairies are they're going wild. And they even go and they start attacking each other and just ripping into each other every which way that they can, just with this raw fury.
Rawlings, any idea on how to get rid of a demon curse?
Let me try something.
He reaches into his pouch and he starts looking over a few things, and he finds this scroll and scrolls it, and he goes, no, not that one.
I see.
Do you need Filion, can you use your hunting skills? Try to catch one of them so that Rawlings can try to use the spell on it.
With pleasure.
And she gets down on all fours and then just pounces, jumps a good 30 feet, and catches one of these purple ones just outright and brings it back. And you can tell that it's starting to go crazy in her hands. Her hands are turning red with just the raw magical energy that's underneath them. And she goes, "Hurry, whatever you're going to do."
Well, just one moment. Ah, yes. I believe this should work.
And he pulls out this bottle of this kind of gray goo. He uncorks it, sniffs it once, and then goes and he pours it into Felian's hands. And this purple light just kind of dims. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And then you see this purple fairy just kind of floats up. And goes, What happened? How am I back here? We need to get back to the fairy realm.
Yes,
What's...
Don't worry. Go with your other sisters here that are calm and collected. Rawlings, here's what we're going to do. We are going to use some of that goop, and we are going to use... And I point over to Sylvia. Sylvia, we need to use some of your goop monsters to distribute the goop to many people. Felian, I need you to round up and catch all the fairies and then place them in each one of Sylvia's goop monsters that is distributing the goop that Rawlings is going to put in them.
If this is what must be done, it must be done. Fine.
She pulls out that same book again, turns to a page, and starts muttering in a strange language, and those little goop creatures start coming up, and she creates 6 of them, and she goes, Well, do you have enough for them?
Well, let me see.
And what Rawlings does is he actually pours some of this gray stuff onto each of the little creatures, and it kind of just absorbs it. And then Silva points, and these creatures go and kind of just pounce at each of these things and absorbs each of the fairies until they are completely, you'd assume that they'd be asphyxiated, but then they just kind of start to melt away, and the fairies come to consciousness, and you can tell that they've regained themselves. And once again, there are still these purples versus the greens, but you can tell that they also, they're kind of snapped into consciousness and know that something has gone wrong and that they did not have control of themselves.
Great. Perfect. Now you guys are amazing. I don't know how that worked, but it did. And I look at the green fairies. Can you take care of your sisters now?
These ones are not our sisters. These ones come from the Queen.
Okay, and you don't like the Queen?
The Queen is benevolent, and she protects us. She protects the realm. You have abandoned the realm.
I assumed a purple one said that.
Yeah, that was a purple one.
Okay.
And then the green ones all just stared down that purple one and said,
You abandoned us. You forced us to come to this realm. You forced us out of our homes. You would not allow us to stay.
Okay, so I kind of go and step in between them and, hold my hands out. I said, Okay, let's let this fighting stop. And I point to the purple fairies. You have regained your senses. Return to your home. And I turn to the green fairies. If they return to their home, will you be satisfied for the time being?
Yes.
And I look at the purple fairies. Are you going to return home now?
We shall go. But you... And they all point directly at you, Locke. You will hear from our queen.
Will give Her Highness my regards, and that I was happy to look over some of her subordinates while you were here.
And they all just fly off in a fury. And then the green ones all sort of surround you and say, Thank you for your help. Would you like to meet the king?
Certainly, if His Highness is around.
Come with us.
I look at my companions and kind of give them a like shake my head, like, are they okay with going, type of thing.
And Rawlings, you can tell, is actually very excited. He's been taking notes of this entire exchange. Silva rolls her eyes and then nods, and Felian, kind of gets this wicked smile and goes, "A hunt for a king."
And as we were walking, I kind of look at all of them as we're together, and I said, "See, each one of our skills were needed." And then we continue walking.
Okay, now let's go to the last group. So, Dave, this is your group. And so as you go outside of the castle gates and, past those gargoyles, you notice that Horace, who was the carriage driver that you met the night before, is standing there and then he kind of limps over to you and he goes,
So nice to see you again, folks.
Hello, Horace.
So,
I'll wait.
we have sort of a disaster that happened. And I believe it was after the attack from the hyenas. One of the bellhounds went missing.
Can't you just breed more?
No, you see, molehounds are very special creatures. They exist between worlds and in worlds at the same time.
Even molehounds have needs.
If you would like to find how to breed a molehound, then more power to you.
Whoa. Genericus frowns on me breeding molehounds. I'm talking about breeding the molehounds together. Unless you want some sort of righteous hound underground. I love it. It comes together in rhymes. Maybe.
oh, gosh.
I'm sorry, you were saying.
These creatures are very precious, and when one is missing, then it can mean disaster for the work that the Gwynns do.
Alright, so where should we start to look?
Well, I found that it seems that some of their blood is here, just outside of the gate.
And he goes over and he guides you to this blood that's just this kind of strange crimson. It's not the normal blood red that you normally see. It's a lot darker.
I'm gonna pull the bloody dagger out of my bag and see if it matches.
It does.
Right.
You should try cleaning that thing, because you could get hepatitis.
Well...
And Horace looks at you with horror and goes, "What did you do?"
And that's just what Roscoe's going to be doing while he's just so dumbfounded. He has no idea what just happened.
Well,
It wasn't me. I was in the lady room. What's her name? The elven lady. This just appeared in my pocket. I don't kill animals. I kill people.
can any of you vouch for his story?
I did not see him in the ladies' room.
You see, I'm going to cast a little spell called Zone of Truth.
Ta-da!
Just give me a moment while I'm casting. I'm currently casting, and pa-pow.
Zone of Truth. You create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range. Until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. An affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such a creature can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of truth.
Now, Horace, you can ask any of us and you'll know we're telling the truth.
Alright, so let's roll some charisma checks. Some charisma saving throws.
I'm going through it willingly, so I don't think I have to do a charisma throw for it.
Yeah, is there a way to just conform and be like, I want to tell the truth in this situation, so I'm going to let the spell affect me?
Alright, yeah. Okay.
If that's okay, because, I mean, I don't have anything
Does
to hide
Horace
right
need
now.
to throw a charisma check?
Yes, he does. Okay, what do I have to beat? What's the spell save DC?
That's an excellent question. I'm going to tell you in just a moment. It is...
Oh, spell save DC, 12.
There you go. So 8,
Okay.
8 plus proficiency plus level. So there you go, 12.
Okay. Alright, in that case, Horace is under the zone of truth as well.
Well, looks like I have to tell the truth as well. So, let's have a little discussion, shall we? Let me just make sure that this is working for you, little one. Tell me, last night, did you take anything from my home? Be honest.
Well, I took some soup that your wife gave me. That's about it.
He wasn't able to
Think?
keep it.
Apparently bowel movement jokes are truth. Okay, move on. Okay,
That's the baseline. The FBI lie detector.
okay. Tell me then, exactly what happened last night. Every bit of it.
Oh boy. Alright, so we showed up on the dock, and then you picked us up, and we went to your house. Well, you didn't pick us up, your wife picked us up. We went to your house. We were hanging out at your house there for a little bit, and then your wife gave us soup. It was really good. And then you came in, you picked us up, and we went down this little carriage ride, and then we saw some hyenas that were kind of creepy looking, so we took out our weapons, and we slayed them, and you didn't really do much, but it's fine, we all get it done.
I'll have you know that I did shoot one.
And then you, yeah, I shot like 3 or 4, but it's fine, no problem. And then, you made us drag them off the road because of your bad leg or something like that. We all helped, and then we got into the castle, and we talked to Scuzzbucket or whatever his name is, and then we got into rooms, and I got sit with Quills, who's not here right now, he's a little gnome. I don't like gnomes. And then, we got into the rooms, and Quills and I had a little conversation, and we became friends, a little bit. And then we went to bed, and I woke up, and then we were in hell, and it was great because we could walk through walls.
What?
And then we decided to go and walk around a little bit more, and we found demon ladies. You want to say something?
You were in hell.
That's what it felt like.
Okay. And demon ladies?
Yes, there was 3 demon ladies. They weren't very good looking. And we walked into their room, and they talked to us about killing the king. And I mean, they offered us money, and as far as I look, it's a job. So, but they never really discussed price. So I guess we're still on the fence about that one. And then we asked them to send us home, and we woke up, and we were in the elven lady's room, and the dagger was in my hand. I was in me stubbies. It was kind of embarrassing because I wasn't wearing my clothes. I was just in my PJs, my nights, and yeah. Then I walked into my room, went to bed, and woke up the next day and had breakfast. But you just asked for the night, so there you go. That's what happened. Did I miss anything? Asked Lord Cypher.
I'm sorry?
Did I miss anything?
No, you believe you covered just about everything.
Dave, did I miss
It
anything?
sounded right to me. I started to meditate halfway through what you were talking about.
Smither is there too, and he's just kind of looking dumbfounded at the story, like, what am I getting myself into?
Smiley, did I miss anything? You weren't there. You didn't go to hell.
I don't know. I wasn't with y'all. I did notice that Dave got up and he was kind of like a different color and Like he wasn't paying attention when I asked him what he was doing, and it's like he stepped right on me because, you know, we had the pyramid beds and all, but I didn't feel him. And then he went out the door, and that's all I saw on my side.
I didn't know you were there that whole time I was walking around. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on you.
I didn't feel nothing. It was weird.
Right then, so I don't know what happened to this molehound, but I guess something with this dagger. I'm gonna hold it out and just kind of examine it some more.
Are you saying, mister, that this is molehound blood upon this dagger?
That would be molehound blood, yes.
I'm no detective.
It's kind of sticky.
I would say that this here dagger has molehound blood on it.
Yes, it does.
Sounds like some top-notch detective work to me. Case closed.
Oh, sounds good to me. It means it's dead, so we don't need to worry about it. Well, what's that breeding plan we were talking about? Lord Cypher was going to breed with a molehound or something along that lines?
No, we still need to find the hound itself. I don't believe it's dead.
What if it did its little invisible thing? How are we going to find something that's invisible?
Say, Horace, what happens to those molehounds when they go invisible? Where are they going?
They go to a place in between the realms.
Huh.
Can we go there?
Well, from what you told me with your story, it sounds like you did last night.
Booyah, he got you. Oh, you mean the experience we had? Oh, I thought you were giving a jibe.
Oh, goodness. Can we get out of this zone of truth, please?
So how do we get back?
Well, I don't know how you got there in the first place. I haven't ever known anyone to be able to get over to the other side. Wait.
I've got an idea. And I'm going to start walking back into the castle.
Okay.
And I'm going to go up the stairs to back to my room.
Okay.
I'm going to start taking off my armor and my clothes.
Okay.
I'm going to put the clean dagger, the bloody dagger under my pillow.
Okay.
And then I'm going to lay in bed.
I'm gonna watch.
And then I'm going to close my eyes.
Something odd about when you put the dagger under your pillow. You notice that there was actually a little vial under your pillow already.
What? Alright, so I'll grab the vial.
The vial has blood in it of the same hue as is on the dagger and is outside.
Oh, this is good. It means I didn't stab him. Just somebody sprinkled blood all over my dagger. Wait a minute. There was the little halfling. The halfling lady. She was flirting with, what's his name? Quills. He was kind of flirting back. But maybe we could talk to... What was her name? Let's look.
I think I heard him call her Hot Potato.
Hot potatoes.
So, by the way, since so all of you guys followed him back in
Oh,
I
to
do.
his room.
Who's there?
hey, it's nice that you, I followed him back in because I was a little mad that he just abandoned the group. We were supposed to be working and he's taking a nap.
Okay, because Horace can't go into the castle grounds, so he's just
he has to stay
he's just
outside.
waiting outside. You're like, okay, get back here when you can.
I'll put back on my armor and stuff and take the vial downstairs to Horace.
I'll watch.
Where'd you get this?
But look what I found. It was underneath my pillow. I was trying to reenact what happened last night, see if maybe I could go to sleep and wake up in hell.
Okay. Who else did this happen to that went to hell?
who else went to hell? Who else had a bloody dagger? It was just me. I'm the
I
only
didn't
one.
have no bloody dagger, but I kind of remember some hellfire and some brimstone, if I do recall correctly.
Yeah. Dave was there, and so was Lord Cypher, and our friend Quills, and Locke, and that was it. And then the demon ladies.
Okay. Can you go and check for more of these vials of blood? Maybe there's something in those other rooms.
Alright. I'll walk back in. And I'll go look under Quill's pillow.
Yep, there's a vial under his pillow as well.
And then I'll go look under Locke's pillow.
It has a vial.
And then I'll look under Smither's pillow.
No vial.
Aha! J'accuse. I'll look under Dave's pillow.
Yep.
Aha. And then Lord Cypher's pillow.
Yep.
I see.
Thought that was ocean spray.
I'll bring them all back down to Horace. I'll bring them all back down to Horace. Be like, alright, so everyone who went to hell had a vial underneath the pillow. For some reason, mine's the only one that broke open. Wait, is it open? I'm sorry, I just assumed that. Is it
Nope,
open or
it is
it's
not
closed?
open.
So, mine was closed, but I got a dagger that has blood in it.
Well, it definitely seems like that was used to harm this hound and get this blood.
Yeah, it would seem so. I don't remember doing it. Now I'm gonna seriously start rethinking my life and just the choices I've made the past couple of days to see if maybe I ever took on a job that I didn't really ask any questions about. That had to do with stabbing anything, and yeah, no, nothing's coming to mind. What do you guys think?
We need to find where the molehound is. I believe that will lead us to whoever did this heinous crime.
Right then, maybe we can find blood on the floor or droplets, something that we can maybe track to find this molehound.
All right, if you guys want to do investigation checks.
All right. It's going to take me a while to find it.
I'm not good at that. There it is.
Okay, Roscoe rolled a 5. Lord Cypher rolled a 6.
I'm still looking for investigation.
Now get a 7.
And Dave rolled a 12.
Good job, guys.
All right.
You guys are awesome.
Go team!
Okay, all of you are seeming pretty hopeless as you're looking around. In fact, you're looking around for several minutes. And as you're looking around, walking up is, fresh from his little adventure, is Quills, the 3 dwarves, and Bashal.
I give a nod to everyone. How's your task going?
Not well.
What he said. It's a bit slow.
Apparently the little one tried to take a nap.
I'm sorry to hear.
I was trying to go back to hell. Remember how we got ready for bed? I got into my stubbies. And we was ready to take a nap or go sleep. And we woke up in hell. I was just
Right.
trying to reenact it. So I got down into my stubbies and I laid in bed. And, well, I found a vial where my dagger usually goes. And it was this one. And I'm going to hold it up. And you had one too. And so did Dave and Locke and Lord Cypher. All of us.
Where did you find these vials?
Underneath our pillows. It's the
Under
same
our
blood that was on the dagger. And I'm going to hold up the
pillows?
dagger.
It appears as though someone's trying to frame us.
Quills thinks for a moment and... Do you remember that woman that came to visit us?
Oh, do you mean the one you were flirting with? No, I don't remember her name. You should, though.
I wasn't flirting with her.
Sure seemed like it from my point of view. No, it doesn't matter. That's neither here nor there. Let's just go ahead and figure out what's going on.
She brought us a pillow.
Yes, but she put it on the bed away from us. It was the third bed. Right? Or am I remembering wrong?
Yeah, it was the 3rd bed.
but maybe she knows something? I'm gonna go check the third bed. Does it have a file?
It does not.
So someone specifically put these under our pillows.
Had anyone lost any teeth recently? Did you place them under your pillows? Perhaps this is some sort of tooth fairy mix-up.
Tammy, did you put blood under your pillow again?
The blood fairy was supposed to come.
It's the satanic ritual of the tooth fairy. Put the blood of your enemies underneath your pillow. Anyway, so is there anything you could do with like magics to see if maybe we can track this or see somewhere else where this blood could be located? Because the only leads we have is the dagger and these files, but I don't see any spots of blood anywhere.
I'm afraid my allotment of spells will not help you any more today. I've used most of them. But perhaps these dwarfs, they're rangers, I understand. They might be able to help you track.
Right. And then they go and they look at the blood on the ground, the blood on the dagger, and then they start sniffing it. All three of them just like get down on their hands and knees and.
Well, don't mind that part right there. That's what dripped when I was bringing it back home, back into my bed. So, but anywhere else, keep an eye out.
All three of them in one motion put up one finger like, hey, just a second.
Right then.
And then they go and they just start kind of wandering around the grounds a little bit, looking carefully. And then they point off towards the trees just across the way. Like, yep, seems like it went in there. Yep, definitely. Whoever did this, well, there's blood going that way.
All right then. I'm gonna start heading that way.
And then the three dwarves and Basha all go inside. Quills, what would you like to do?
I will join Roscoe.
And Smither kind of looks around at you guys and goes, I feel like you all have this connection that I don't have with you. I feel like I'd be a burden. Would you mind if I just went with the orc guy? I like him. He's nice and quiet.
Well, there's only one way to make a connection there, Smither. You got to participate. You got to be a part of the group. If you leave now, you'll never have this group.
Put yourself out
fine.
there.
Whatever you want to do, live your own life.
All right, I'll come along.
You can come with us. I would
it is.
love to have the company of another kindred spirit. Remind me of your name one more time.
Smither Mackelson.
It's Macklemore.
Smither Macklemore.
All right, and so Smither goes and he goes, well, are we going off into those trees or what?
Yep, that's where I'm headed right now.
Okay. Can I have you guys roll survival checks?
Sir.
Oh boy.
I'm trained
Oh, that's
in
not
that
too
one.
bad.
I am not trained in nature. Can I attempt survival if I'm not trained?
Yeah, you can do any type of skill untrained.
Yeah. Okay, so we have...
Nat 20.
Oh my god.
Oh, but that's a nature check, not a survival check. Survival's at the bottom.
Oh, dang
Oh.
Oh, that would have been so nice.
Can we trade
Survival,
those
okay.
scores? I won't
So-
tell no one.
So, what we've got here, it looks like Roscoe got an 18, Dave got a 15, Lord Cypher got a 6,
Whoa.
Quills got a 9, and Locke, what are you doing? You're not here.
Dang it!
All right. And so, with that, Roscoe, you notice a pattern of twigs on the ground that have been broken. And so you are able to follow a path and
All right.
lead further into this forest.
All right, the moment we get to the edge of the forest, I put away the bloody dagger and pull out my bow and knock an arrow to get ready, just in case.
Okay. And as you guys enter the forest, you know, it's pretty dark. It's getting a little bit later in the evening at this point, plus, you know, just having the trees overhead. It's a little bit hard to see. Do any of you have dark vision?
Yes.
My character.
I do.
I am a deep gnome. I have great dark vision.
See here.
I have day vision.
Where is it listed if I had
I
dark
actually-
vision?
I actually have a superior dark vision.
It would be
as a
on
deep
your
gnome.
character sheet.
I don't see dark.
Let's see.
Under-
It would be a race feature. So
Yeah.
Dragonborn race.
I don't see it nowhere.
Does not like look like you do, my friend.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a day
Okay.
walker.
All right, and so it is dark, but luckily Quills can at least see very well, and he sees what's going on. And you notice things start looking a little bit disturbing, and you do see more and more of this blood also as you follow this trail. And you're walking for a good 25 minutes. So you go pretty far in, and you see this huge tree just in the middle of this clearing. But the tree, the branches go out so far that it's almost as if there's, 20 trees around it. And the tree has strange markings on it. And the markings, some of them are glowing in alternate colors of green and purple.
Do they look like writing?
They do look like writing. It is not a language that any of you know. However,
Not deep speech or infernal?
nope. I checked all of your languages
Ah.
already, and none of you know this particular one. And as you get closer to the tree, you notice two things. You notice pinned with a sword onto the tree is a dead molehound.
Ooh. Case closed, fellas. Let's go home.
Also pinned to the tree with a dagger, it looks like there is an older looking fairy. Male
Oh.
fairy.
Oh, no.
Right.
Well, get framed for one
And-
murder.
Right at that moment, we have walking up Locke and his little group, led by these green fairies, who shriek in horror as they see their king dead, pinned to their tree. And that's where we will end it tonight.
Alrighty.
Oh, see, told you. Case closed.
I really gotta stop ending these episodes by being framed. I mean, this is just 2 for 2.
They walk up right as Roscoe is pulling the dagger out of the king.
Basically. Right, I can explain. It's not... Yeah.
Time for another zone of truth. That's what I call hot potato.
Potatoes.
Come on, why can't the cops find a new scapegoat? Maybe they will next time on 1D10, the show